living in America, America has religious freedom. How much this is grace. We want to work more hard with true mother's heart. Everything offered the heavenly parents, heart of Hyojin, filial piety. We want to inherit it through mother, also through a Chonshin prayer. We want to rebirth through mother's true love. Please give us more strength to stand up God's will. We want to invite all people, bring back to God's side, God's sons and daughters. You are proud of children. Please guide this time, prayer visible, to feel your heart, your love. We really thank you this opportunity. I offer this prayer in my name, Hideshita Sako Matsunaga, Central Blessed Family, Adieu.
Adieu, adieu. Thank you, Asako-san, for our morning prayer. And now we're going to go into our gratitude, as we always do every single morning. And so the breakout should be open. Please share how your morning is going. What are you grateful for this morning? And we'll see you back in 7 minutes.
What if you could do SEO smarter and
All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had great sharings. I can see the smiles on your face, so I'm assuming you had great sharings. So let's go to our first sharing. Actually, for today, could I invite somebody at the Chunshim one to share your gratitude, if you could?
Okay, yoga.
Right.
Good morning, everybody. I was telling everyone in the Chuncheon one how grateful I was for yesterday. I was telling everyone in the Chuncheon one how grateful I was for yesterday. I had a great day at work and I was able to improve and be better. And I'm grateful to be going to the Chuncheon one almost every morning when I'm not half asleep. But anyway, I'm grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for understanding who God is better and learning who He is in my life and what my path is with Him. So that is what I'm grateful for. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Myoga. Yes, that is the power of the Chunshim one, right? Always showing us, always showing us what God has in store for us. So thank you so much for sharing. And now could I invite the Anderson couple, if you could share your gratitude for this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
This morning, I'm very grateful for this official day of Parents' Day. I think of Sako-san's prayer and the fact that there are places in the world that never saw true parents because they were here working in America. And for decades, the fruit of the seeds that were sown were meant to be a healing for the nations of the world. And the true parents' hope was that America would fulfill its responsibility as an elder son and share and distribute God's love to the world. And in America, we don't have a understanding of hyojang or filial piety, but I'm so grateful for the blessed families that we have and for the culture that we're creating, for the Heavenly Parents Holy Community, and especially for the Chunshimwan, because it's going to lay a foundation for the actual Pentecost to come. Pentecost is a revolution that's not going to be televised. It's going to be in the hearts of people. So that's my gratitude today, that I can see in the horizon fulfillment of True Parents' investment in America on this, the actual anniversary of National Parents' Day. That's my gratitude.
My gratitude about Parents' Day is that there never could have been a Parents' Day that was ordained by God. In this case, those who became parents for this Parents' Day that God has never had on the face of the earth came with our true parents. And I see that this is not only the holiday, this is the eternal standard of humankind forever. And that this Parents' Day marked the beginning of that. But that's like the beginnings, as it was in the beginning. Adam and Eve, the holiday should have been the Parents' Day from the time that they were even on the earth. The blessing of God, everything was supposed to have been done. And I'm sure now that true parents come and started the new beginning, we could have a Parents' Day. And I'm so happy that he finally come to this point, because let's get everything going, but let's make sure that we have the Parents' Day to reflect and multiply what it should have been, so that we will never have to go through restitution again. So that's what I feel when I see this Parents' Day never came before, because it wasn't worth it. Adam and Eve messed up Parents' Day by messing up their ability to be parents. Not the kind of parents that God wants. What we call parents now is a breakdown. But what we got true parents is the restoration. And I'm so happy about it. And so I pray that the world multiply to the end. But I know it will, because you guys are working that way, and you're not going to give up. There's no way in the world that you can get a soldier like you guys to wake up, to mess up. Y'all don't even know anything about mess up. You just know trying until you can't do anything but just keep trying until you leave here. So let's keep trying. Amen.
True. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anderson Couple, for sharing. And yeah, happy Parents' Day. Actually, I forgot to mention that in the beginning. Happy Parents' Day to all of our parents. And that's all we can do, right? We can keep fighting and keep fighting, because there are definitely challenges along the way, as you know. But with great challenges also comes great victory. I always see it that way. So as we're, working together towards this providence, let us always, work together and really have this conviction that all will be well. And so with that, we're going to go into our mother's reading for today. And we stopped at page 332, which the title is The Mother of Peace in the Muslim World. So let us begin. And for today, as you know, it's the event that we're doing, the Sports Fest. So I'm going to keep it a little bit short, because we do have to, start getting ready and then get there by 8 a.m. So we'll keep it a little bit shorter than the usual. All right, let us start. When I landed at the airport in Niamey, Niger, on November 27th, 2019, government officials displayed their highest level of protocol as they received me. We have been told that the president and citizens in general were delighted that I was coming, and these words proved more than true. I truly enjoyed the warm welcome on the part of the Prime Minister Brigadier Rafini, his chief of staff, cabinet ministers, and other high-level representatives of this Muslim nation in Central Africa. Our meeting had been long awaited. The Prime Minister and 10 cabinet ministers had scheduled to come to Seoul in February to attend the World Summit 2019. Pressing state issues prevented the Prime Minister from making the trip, and he sent a ministerial delegation instead. The officials whom he sent to Seoul were deeply moved. When they returned to Niger, they gave a detailed report about the World Summit 2019 and our activities. The Prime Minister agreed to attend the Africa Summit, which was being planned for September 2019 in Sao Tome and Principe. But once again, this time due to security issues caused by terrorist attacks in northern Niger, the Prime Minister could not attend the summit. This time, he sent a special envoy, the Minister of Planning, with a personally signed message expressing his strong desire to host an African summit and blessing ceremony under True Mother's leadership. Thus, it was after initial setbacks that we finally met, and this made the meeting even more special and joyful. At the airport, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs accompanied me as I was saluted by an honor guard and received a welcome from their leading traditional dance troupe. I was particularly impressed by the honor guard and thought Niger's sons are so gallant, dashing, and patriotic. As true mother, I felt I wanted to adopt these young men of Niger as my sons. The evening of my arrival, His Excellency President Mohamed Osufu kindly invited me to a presidential summit welcoming banquet. 300 current and former heads of state, parliamentary speakers, ministers, and other VIPs attended the banquet. I fondly remember President Isufu calling me the Mother of Peace and expressing his sincere admiration and respect for the Republic of Korea. Almost 2 years earlier, on January 18th, 2018, I had proclaimed Heavenly Africa during my keynote address at the first continental level Africa Summit, hosted in Dakar, Senegal. On the basis of this proclamation, beginning in June, the Universal Peace Federation and other organizations began working to secure the support and participation of African governments in the Heavenly Africa Project, a package of 10 projects aimed at promoting peace and promoting peace and development that includes the True Family Blessing movement. At times, it took as many as 10 days for our delegates to meet with the head of state, as it wasn't unusual for meetings to be rescheduled. Our delegation will skip meals and be on standby for many hours to ensure the meetings will happen. And of course, this is a picture of Mother in Niger, the Family Renewal and Blessing Festival. On the foundation of such sincere investments of time and energy, 10 nations signed memorandums of understandings and agreements to participate in our Heavenly Africa project. Of course, Niger, was one of them. The ideal of one human family is Heavenly Parent's dream and humanity's wish. The president of Nigeria is a wise leader, especially with regard to realizing this dream. Through his active support and dedication, the 2019 Africa Continental Summit and Family Renewal Festival took place. These events involved pioneering a path that we had not previously trodden. It was a great challenge and a truly holy undertaking conducted with the extraordinary support of the government, the nation, and the continent. During the summit, in front of some of the key stakeholders that moved the continent, I proclaimed the truth that our Heavenly Parent had been unable to share for 6,000 years. The proclamation that Heavenly Parent's blessing comes when people are in unity with the only begotten daughter resonated like rolling thunder, not only across Niger, but throughout Africa. Following the summit's opening plenary, President Issoufou and I signed the Niamey resolution in the presence of 2,000 leaders. Official representatives from 54 nations and many current former heads of state came on stage. President Issoufou emphasized the importance of the summit in promoting development in Africa, his admiration for Korea's growth after the Korean War, and his gratitude for co-hosting the Continental Summit and attending in person. I then offered the great victory of the summit to heaven. I am fully aware of the dedication of the Prophet Muhammad in establishing the rich religious tradition of Islam, and I regard many preeminent Muslim leaders I have met as my own sons. Through this event, heads of state and leaders from the Islamic realm came to know me on an entirely new level as true mother and the mother of peace. The summit was a miraculous event, unique in the history of the unification movement. The day after the summit, the historic Family Renewal and Blessing Festival in Nigeria took place. Since this was the first blessing ceremony I had officiated in a Muslim nation, I prayed with a heart more serious than ever before. On the morning of the blessing, the president asked me if I had slept well in my new home of Nigeria. Happily, I responded that I had slept very well, thanks to the warm and comforting welcome I had been offered. After we had conversed briefly about the previous day's summit, the presidential escort guided me to the blessing venue. Diplomatic protocol is sometimes referred to as a war without weapons. That is why I call the protocol of Chanilguk Heavenly Protocol. Originally, the Prime Minister was scheduled to offer congratulatory remarks as the representative of the government during the blessing. Hence, the protocol for that day was for me to enter the blessing venue with the Prime Minister. However, the President of the National Assembly mentioned that as representative of the people, he should enter the venue by my side together with the Prime Minister. Faced with this sudden request, the Prime Minister was taken aback. I decided to update the protocol by having both the Prime Minister, the representative of the government, and the President of the National Assembly, the representative of the people, and stand on either side of me and enter the blessing venue together. This was a special moment for me as I could sense how close in heart we had become. The blessing venue was filled with couples who had studied the blessing and were longing to receive it. The couples, beautifully dressed in white traditional garments, participated with dignity and grace. The spelling earlier concerns participating Muslim leaders solemnly accepted the holy blessing ceremony. Also in attendance were many current and former heads of state, parliamentary speakers, ministers, parliamentarians, religious leaders, and other key leaders of civil society from throughout Africa. The national blessing began with the holy water ceremony. To respect Muslim religious sensitivities, instead of sprinkling, I placed my two hands in a bowl of holy water and gently touched the backs of the crossed hands of each representative couple. The audience was moved and cheers and applause continued throughout the holy water ceremony. The marriage blessing is universal, transcending race, religion, and nationality. Its bestowal in Nigeria through heavenly actions that harmonize with their culture brought closer the realization of one family of humankind under Heavenly Parent. I recall that in 1991, when my husband was informed that Muslims are uncomfortable with the title Reverend, he immediately responded, "No problem, call me Father Moon." 80% of Nigeria's land is desert. Within such a harsh environment, heaven prepared for this nation to be blessed by raising righteous leaders. One of the righteous people who worked hardest to make the summit possible was Kasum Magai, a member of Parliament of Niger. He is a filial son among filial sons, and he testified that when he saw me alight from the plane, he shed tears of joy as his dearest wish had finally been realized. He was the first person to offer me flowers to celebrate the victory of this first national level blessing ceremony in African Muslim nation. As soon as the blessing ceremony concluded, messages of gratitude and congratulations poured in from throughout the world. True Mother, the Mother of Peace, has embraced Islam. Okay, we'll just finish this up and then we'll go to next. Okay. The Family Renewal and Blessing Festival in Nigeria was an inspiring, even miraculous drama. As the event came to a close, Dr. Yoon, Secretary General of our Chonjanggung headquarters, signed a memorandum of understanding as the Channelguk representative regarding the development of the Heavenly Africa Project with representatives of the African Union Commission, the Economic Community of West African States, and the G5 Sahel. Through these events, the African continent and the entire world were profoundly changed. This summit will surely be remembered. Despite challenging circumstances, all those involved invested themselves with wholehearted unity. That is what set the condition. Heaven could not but support these events. At the end of the day, I reflect that I am now nearly 80 years old, and there is a limit to how long one can live on earth. However, since I am the only begotten daughter and the mother of the universe, anywhere I am wanted, I plan to go. Heavenly Parent, once again, I offer you my deepest thanks. And then tomorrow we will start with Torrential Rain, Tears of Joy. So we stopped at 3:38, beginning of 3:38. Wow, what a deep reading, especially towards the end. I think, what reading, we can really feel Mother's heart. And I think if all of us really unite with Mother, as she's asking us to do, really miracles would happen. We can see, a lot of things already changing, especially with the power of the Chunshimwan, right? And in this era right now, really, I think Mother, not even, I think, it's like she's asking us to really show the truth and the spirit, right? But especially the spirit, that is the Chunshimwan, and really being able to envelop that and share with others. And the biggest thing that I think we can get from this reading is that Mother is longing for all of us to spread that kind of heart, that kind of embrace that she has been doing, throughout humanity, and really be able to also unite together as a community. I think unity, if we are all united wholeheartedly, then heaven, like Mother said, heaven cannot help but support, right? So as we read this, please really let us be able to unite with our true Mother. And, it breaks my heart as the end, she's saying that one can only live for so long. And with our true Mother being on earth, we're so lucky to still have her. So please let us be able to support her on this time and unite with her. Achu? Okay. All right. So now we're going to go into our sharing with one another. Actually, we cannot do that. So we are going to go straight into public sharing just because of time. Could I have Kyoko-san maybe share the first person to share?
Thank you. I'm so reflecting. Mother's love is beyond the religion and the people and nationality, and especially Muslim country, that extremely people make so much bad publicity for the Muslim country. But heart to love God is equally exist in all the religions. And the Mother knows that. And also Mother respect that the religious tradition cannot drink wine, so use the holy waters. And I'm very grateful. Mother loves all beyond any boundary we have. That is our true mothers. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Gogo-san, for sharing. It's amazing to see how sensitive mother is, as you shared, right? Like how she was touching people in the back instead of sprinkling. It's very sensitive, or very in touch with her emotion. Like she knows what people, what people feel and how to accommodate to that. Such a great gift. So thank you so much, Kyoko-san. And for our next sharing, can I invite Mr. Gordon? Could you share your sharing for today? Need to hear.
Yes. Yeah, my takeaway was similar to what you shared. Blessing comes when there is unity, and mother being aware of the sensitivities of the different religious groups. Again, at the end, it was mentioned that unity was the condition through which heaven and God could work. So yeah, that's my takeaway. Also, Africa has suffered so much, and like the first country that she claimed to be a heavenly nation was Principe, which we read about a couple of days ago. And I know the National Messiah that went there, and his wife got malaria. So there's always a foundation of sacrifice and suffering for these great victories to take place. So that's just another comment that I had in the back of my mind. So that's my input today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gordon. Yeah, I definitely agree. With the unity really comes, you can see heaven working really through each one of us, and through any kind of event that we do, if we really unite also, like with today having this event, right? With that unity, if we work together, then there's something greater that comes. Earlier I heard from Kazuko-san. I think it was last week, she was telling us that she had an experience where she was praying in a Chunshimon, and True Parents picture kind of like spoke to her, like, we will be there at the event today. So it just reminded me that, the power of the Chunshimon is so real, and that unity that we had as a team, or have as a team, is really what's helping heaven also work and create an environment where True Parents can even come, right? So definitely, absolutely, unity brings a lot of blessings. All right, thank you so much for sharing, Kyoko-san and Mr. Gordon. We're gonna go into our song, and then we will do our 7-minute prayer. Okay. Please let me know if there's sound. If there's no sound, also let me know. Oh, wait, okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. So now we're going to go into our 7-minute prayer. So please let us unmute ourselves as we always do, and let's pray for 7 minutes. Dear Heavenly Parents, true parents, and you just
We want to thank you this morning, beautiful day of Sunday here in Atlanta. Georgia.
really,
Beloved parents, so
parents,
grateful for this reading this morning. And we're reading about African continent. Then we know, Father God, that mother is sharing a lot of care for the people in Africa.
really want to try our
And we
best.
are so grateful, beloved parents, for the love of our parents. And we remember and we know
We are so sorry for
the sacrifice
to be in that
for our
position.
children.
We are absolutely
Father God,
where we are absolutely
everywhere you pull us, want to give the best we can, Father God,
we are truly
for our brothers and sisters. The all the place of the world, because of restoration, you have to find these challenges of restoration, Father God. Then we have to overcome
that you're blessing
the challenge of spirit world. You have to challenge our ancestors.
where we are your chosen.
We have to go through the dark night in order to rebuild ourselves.
You always
Because when you go through the dark
you every
so
single day.
many years,
The best
so many
parents
thousand
really
years,
For this kingdom of God, Father God. Nothing
so you
can
can
come
Parents,
create
as
us
today we also
grateful
kick off our devotional
Father God today.
their work.
that our
And
So
see,
brothers and
when
sisters,
we become sensitive
difficult to
physically,
be
in our
obedient.
dream,
The
in
degree
our
they can offer,
experience,
Heavenly
we
Parents.
can see, Father God,
Some
that
people
we fight
as a
simply
parent
the
going
devil
on.
of spirit
are
world.
longing for each and
And
every
People
if you
offer
was
just
in
as
eyes,
you are waiting for your
being
children
the
all
sergeant
of
of
the
cosmos,
offering is the best
so
that
they
they
can
all
can
come,
take
oh Lord,
offer.
you're waiting
responsibility,
and
the
waiting and
responsibility
patiently being
to overcome
Like a
the standard
temple,
of
your
resistance.
Heavenly Parents.
That today we have
offering
our two
Finally,
mothers,
oil.
our two mothers
are
has
those who
clean
understand
someone,
this in our
clean
hearts,
our
He
mind,
has a
clean our
where
spirit,
we can bring all your
that we can hear your
fresh
direction.
oil.
Then we unite to follow
parents.
your
We want to
direction,
Some
our
people
every
offer
parents, Father
brothers and
God.
sisters
Not
different
what we thinking, what we want, how we hoping things will
working
be,
every single day
how we
it
do.
will bring
Beloved,
out
that is important for us.
needed every single one of us.
Heavenly
The
Parents.
victory comes
I
when
pray
we
today the
our
Really,
heart
sacrifice of the
really
sacrifice
your will.
purified and purified
Beloved parents,
like we
with
emphasize
the
the
love,
unity and
brothers,
the
and
power.
we can stop
we
the
ought to
fighting.
be together
We
Dear
can
God,
stop
in
all
unity.
the sacrifice.
experience that deeply in our
The
hearts,
challenge
that
will
we may
come.
be able to carry
I
that
pray for all the sacrifice
Don't
of
show
our brothers and
prayer
sisters in
in the
Africa.
is a
Working
growing
in very difficult
there
conditions.
is so much
Even
hope
so, they
from
never
this
been
prayer,
close
Heavenly
to our
Parents.
true parents. Even though
Now
they
is the
together
more
now,
beautiful
the
testimony
privilege
is
many people
coming
have around
of
them.
this
But they
meeting.
still have
we're
strong
so
faith,
enveloped by
beloved
the
parents.
humanistic
Heavenly
They
Parents,
still have
thank
this
you.
evil,
love.
materialistic word
They
that
try
we
to
I
love
pray
like
to the
you.
Mother,
Beloved
thank you.
parents,
we cannot
Yes,
see
every
what you're
day
trying to
you
lead us.
are
You're trying to lead us
share of
through a true
Like Mother said,
every
they have
very
tasted the
clear,
life
beloved parents.
on the earth.
Today in this
I
juncture,
know
we don't know
Mother wanted them
without the
happy.
will
So
of
many
God
things,
or what you
but
do.
Mother is
let
different.
us realize that this physical
But we know
On
that
earth,
this
you
is the spirit of restoration. Restoration of many, many, many things.
I
Here in America,
pray
and then we
to
want to
all
restore
mothers
sista
And we carrying the cross, Father God.
We can feel it.
Everything
Nagai
we
no
feel, we
kono
see.
先生の
Even
この
Jesus
手
before
が
he was
その一日を
literally,
もとに
we are
日
so
を
grateful.
祈らし、
on the
このあなた
We
の
want to
天
stand
の
strong,
前に
Father,
よ
with that
り多く
vessels.
の人材を天の前に
Father
返して
God,
無
and
血
then
ペ
give
テ
us
ロ
the
あ
heart
That we can be
なた
able
の
to
と
the
pray
of
Vigil
today,
give
to
us the
see,
働
heart
く
bring
この
victory
一
to
度
of
あなたの
bring
blessing.
オー
victory
ラ
to
ブス
all
テ
of
ッ
our
プと
today,
かと
That
す
they
ま
have
to
の
な
work
こ
power,
so
の
hard
Father.
so that we can stand in
あ
the
なた
Lord,
の
victory.
この
thank
ジェン
you.
ダル霊
Thank
界
That
の
our
こと
true
をして
Please
mothers
い
let
る
us
こと
show
understand our
us
天
identity.
使
Please let us
天使
understand
の
where
こ
we
と
love,
stand.
をして
how to
どうす
God,
ま
treat
この
who
一
we
日
are truly
を
how to
の
respect
マウンテンのその
everybody.
近くに
They
どうすま
try to respect
神を
even
迎え
the
ること
heart
ができるまた
of
お
please
ば
let
さ
us
まと
be able
共にある
love
地域
every
に
parents.
お伝
really
えで
be
きる
able
地域
to
open
あ
the
なたの
heart
feel it in our
because
hearts, deeply in our hearts.
導き
That's
joy
full of
あ
love
なた
and
の
respect.
the
The
most
heart of
あなた
gratitude.
が
joy
共にある
This
そ
beloved
れ
Heavenly Parents,
力
thank
を添え
you
てください
this
どうすま
morning.
どうか
We
年齢でその
Thank
た
you
め
for
により越しどうさあなたの前に
now we're
どうさ
going
喜
into
びの
our
主として
beloved
どうさ
Heavenly Parents.
唱え
I
ることができ
pray
ます
being protected
that
us
while you bring
Parents,
your
ど
children
うか
into
give
どう
up
さ
this
この
everything.
一のために
as
for
も
a
this
大
hand
会
small
に
festival.
can rather be
そ
no
して
me
プレ
It's
ス
going
の
to be just something
beyond the truth.
excitement.
この力を
Pray, Father, that the people who
この
are
一日を
coming,
あなたの前に
that something
そして
special
伝える
and
ことができますよう
specific
に心からお願いして
I
おりま
want to
す。
do, Father
どう
God.
か
Every
こう
single
して
day.
Beloved Heavenly
共に
Parents,
祈り、どうぞ
pray today that all depend
また
and
感謝し
please
ます。どう
For
か
every day the
You
same
are
our
our
礼
true mother
が
center
having.
おそ
of
まんと
every
お
We
し
aspect
want
of
to
my
be loved,
どう
Heavenly
また
Parents.
お祈り
Open
You are
our heart,
center of
develop our
あ
my joy
sensitivity,
in the
あなた
happiness
の前に
develop the heart of
and the
love
peace
for others.
and the comfort.
Respect the beloved Heavenly Parents,
心から
the heart and the
If
respect,
I didn't know
the
you,
どうぞ
Heavenly
この
Father,
sacrifice,
一日に
my
sacrifice
life would be
our
そ
brothers
の
and sisters.
difficult
御
and
心がどうします
Thank you, beloved Heavenly Parents, Father
新
God.
しい
Oh, Heavenly
We
Father,
pray today,
ゲ
this
ストと
Sunday,
共にお父
I'm
様
we
so
offer
grateful
本当
you
everything,
の愛お父
existed.
様分か
beloved
ち合うこと
Heavenly
ができる
Parents.
お父様その場とし
You're
てあな
going
た
to
がお持ち
receive
ください
everything
よ
we
これ
want
からお願い申し上げ
today.
ます
Medo sonu tongi imo subasho so tongi tongiri ora ikyori sani no tongi inara chanen de tongi Tongiri sora, tongiri ora. Okay, thank you everyone for such your deep prayers. And yeah, please let us be able to continue to work. Yeah. To really invest. I feel that this era is so important right now with True Mother. And, something that Reverend Ashiel said that I keep thinking about is he was saying, in this time right now, it's the right time to reap, or it's the right time to sow seeds so that we can reap later, right? It's like, those seasons, you have the right time to plant something. This is the right time. And once we plant those fruits, then it can be able to grow, later on. So such an important time of harvestness, is it how you say? But anyways, with that, as you know, we started the 40-day condition. I don't know if you received the emails. If you didn't, please let us know. But we have a 40-day condition that True Mother has requested. It's basically a 40-day devotional condition where during the 40-day we have different points. And I'll share a little bit more. We have a call that we want to do tomorrow evening, or tomorrow morning, actually, for tomorrow's morning devotion. We're going to be sharing a little bit more and also watching a video from International Headquarters. So tomorrow's prayer vigil will be a little different, where we'll focus on that 40-day devotional condition. But it's a time where Mother really wants us to be able to pour our hearts to not just witnessing, but also our own members, really visiting them and making sure that they're okay and planting good seeds, of spirit and truth. So this is starting today, actually, until August, I believe, August 20. or 30th, something like that. Yeah, again, we'll share a little bit more tomorrow as we come. So please make sure that you join tomorrow, and we'll mention it during Sunday service as well for those who, want to come and hear about it. And there is also $100 donation that they're asking for before Father's Seonghwa anniversary. So just think about that as well. And I think I was thinking yesterday when we saw the email, it's such a perfect timing because today we're having a kickoff event, right? Because they asked each churches to have a kickoff Sunday service of like basically witnessing or, of opening this 40-day devotional condition. And I felt that it's such a right timing that we're doing this event because a lot of our members who have been also distant will be coming, and as well as second gen. So it's a perfect time. I feel like heaven was really, this is the right day to do this. And so, yeah, I believe that was all the announcements. We'll share more tomorrow as we join in the morning. Hopefully a lot of people can join us as well. And with that, thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow at Stone Martin Park if you are coming. So we hope to see you there. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you.